Not today.
Yes, Sirski, we're back at it with another one. I'm back at it with family today, or family according to Fast 9, because anybody that drives in your car ever is just family. If they drive in your passenger seat, family. If you've been in an Uber with them, that's family.
Yeah, it's just Fast 9. F9, actually.
The craziest one by far. This is the most insane Fast and Furious. Now we finally got them Tokyo drifting in space.
Yeah, that was weird. Also, as point of reference, this is my first Fast movie, or Fast and Furious franchise movie, the 9th one. I'm starting 20 years late.
So now this is your first one. We're 9 movies in, so what is this one about this time around? Well, Dom and Letty, they're living a peaceful life with their son on a farm. And then they get roped back into the action after the team comes back, and they have to basically stop Dom's evil brother, long-lost evil brother, played by John Cena, Jacob. And it's up to Dom and the team just to basically save the world again while destroying half the city.
High-octane stunts.
This movie, it brings together the family again, and it's fun. You know these characters, you love them, and you know you're about to get a wild ride. One of the best parts of any Fast and Furious movie are the racing scenes and the personal drama. And to me, the story between Jacob and his brother, John Cena and Vin Diesel, that's a great personal story. At first, I hated the flashback scenes, but to me, it worked. They made it really work. They made you really care about this new character. They had very little time to develop him, but they did it. Like, they made you care about him. They made you...
sympathetic.
I don't know about sympathetic, but
I
I cared about him getting his ass whooped. Like, I was like, I hope he gets what's coming to him.
Otto, sending you new pickup location.
What did you like about this movie?
I like that this movie felt like it was like I was watching wrestling. Like I was watching WWE SmackDown or something, because the races were cool, and by races, just anything involving a car, where Vin Diesel's superpower kicks in and he's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants.
Like, you pointed out how many times people got caught mid-air flying at high velocity, and somehow them going into headfirst in the car, like no scratches, nothing.
Vin Diesel is Superman in this movie.
They're all invincible, and the movie kind of like has a little subplot about them being invincible.
Depot.
I don't want to die!
Because he should have died.
He should have died. A lot of these people should be dead. But you know what? Movie magic, infinite gun barrels, it's fun. The movie is fun, and that is what I'm going to take away from it and not think any harder about it. This movie series, from like I don't know what point, feels as if you should just turn off your brain and enjoy the ride.
This movie is GTA Online. Like, it really is a live-action GTA, and I really appreciate that they just went balls to the walls with the action and everything. You got people jumping on top of cars, flying on rocket ships. Like, you got flying cars. They used the San Andreas cheat, and they did a flying car at some point in the movie, and I appreciate that. I respect that. Like, and I respect that this movie doesn't care about physics or realism anymore. They're just like, yo, we're here to have fun and do stupid scenes.
And Ludacris's character keeps talking about numbers, how reliable they are. I watched Vin Diesel hook a car wheel to a rope and drift through the air. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That was the first Spider-Man cameo in the Fast and Furious universe. That's the closest thing we'll get. My biggest gripes with this movie is the over-reliance on CGI. I think more so than any other Fast and Furious movie. Usually Fast and Furious tries to do as much practical effects as it can, and that's what makes the scenes even that much like more amazing, because what you're seeing is actually happening in real life. But when I see a lot of CGI cars getting flipped over and destroyed, I don't feel anything, because my brain knows it's not real compared to when they were actually flipping over real cars and stuff. And there is still a lot of real cars being flipped over, but like I felt like there's a little bit too much reliance on CGI this time around.
The good about this movie is that it's entertaining 90% of the time. The other 10%, there's like this midpoint where it drags on a little bit, but I can live with it. It's more entertaining than it is boring. It's my first one, so I enjoyed it. If I had to say anything was bad, it wasn't even the plot that was bad, it was just the feeling that these characters are gods within this world who can ignore bullets and just like it was just crazy. But it's not a bad.
So alternate
that's what I
title.
take away.
An alternate title for this movie is The Boys.
It's The Boys with cars. It's not even that it's a super bad takeaway. It's just something that was in the back of my head, and I can live with it because it's a fun movie, and you want to have a fun time when watching this movie. If I had to give it a rating, 3 out of 5. Good time.
Okay.
No alcohol needed.
3 out of 5. I think this is definitely worth a trip to the theater again to watch a very action-packed, fun movie. I liked it. The characters were funny. The action was pretty good all throughout. One of the best parts of this movie is the soundtrack. It's a banger from start to finish. Just banger after banger. Like we stayed after the credits, the whole credits, just to listen to the soundtrack. The soundtrack was bumping. It turned the whole theater into a club afterwards. I appreciate that, Fast and Furious. But then when I get to the bad stuff, I think the bad stuff is basically like them being superhuman, kind of like taking you out of it. Like it's hard to suspend your disbelief at a certain point. But yeah, if I had to give a score to this, I would give it 3 Space Pintos out of 5.
3 Space Pintos.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought about. Tell us what your favorite Fast movie is in the comments. See it if you're a fan of Fast and Furious. If you're not, still probably go see it because it's still a fun time.
Great movie. Good times. Peace out.
Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow the page if you haven't already. And later days.